Hello and welcome to Morning Coffee with Maddog Merv. Looks like we're going to have a beautiful day today, but I'm not awake yet. Let's see what we got going on the channel, shall we? Welcome to Morning Coffee, Maddog Merv today.
Got our French roast this morning
Bagel.
again. I wonder I'm a big fat guy. I mean,
And then
holy
they
cow.
I always had a schmear. A schmear.
He's probably going for bagels. He's trying to steal.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
I have no clue.
And I got a bunch of chores to do. Oh, who wants to do that?
Today's shout out goes to the muscle car modeler, and I've mentioned them before, but Raul has some great builds. If you're into model cars, particularly the muscle cars like I am, he's got some really cool things that he does. I really like his clean paint jobs. I like some of the ideas that he comes up with on some of the kit bashing that he does, and he's just really a good guy. I've done some business with him before as far as trading some parts, and well, I look forward to seeing him again soon. So check him out, the Muscle Car Modeler. Well, so let's see. Last week, what did we do last week? We didn't do anything on Monday for the main show. But we did have on the Kit Hoarder Stash, we did that piece on the 71 Cyclone stock car. Back in the day, way back in the day, yeah, I wasn't much into stock cars and NASCAR and all that. I mean, I knew about them, saw them, watched it on TV from time to time, knew the names, David Pearson's and Richard Petty's, all sorts of legends, but it just wasn't my big thing. I did build, and I can't remember whose it was. Penske, I think, had a AMC Ambassador, like a 74, 75, something like that. And I remember building that kit, painting the red, white, and blue by hand with a brush. Oh man, I do wish I had that old kit though. That was pretty neat. But even back then, just trying to assemble them was difficult. And this one we looked at, this Cyclone. Oh my gosh, yeah, extremely dated, of course. Not updated at all, of course. The only thing for me was the body. It was like looking at Pete's Model Car Customs recently, and he had that 72 Torino, and I thought, that was a neat way of going about that, was using that car body, and now he used other stuff as well. But for me, I did the promo car for the Torino, and for the Cyclone, I just didn't know of anything out there. I was trying to find a promo car that was affordable, and that was a wash. So I decided to go ahead and use this kit. I've got a couple of options. So I did 3D print a body that was out there, and it's not a good body at all. First of all, scaling it, because it comes in some generic scale that heaven only knows what it is, and so I had to rescale it, and that didn't work out too good. Comparing it with the body that's in this kit, yeah, it's pretty bad. The interior was what I kind of was really looking forward to, because it had the seats, the dashboard, and whatnot. They look a bit toyish, but it'll work. It'll work. Okay, so anyway, there's that. It's a kit that if you want a 71, if you want the stock car, great. If you want to try and build a Cyclone out of it, well, you can probably use the body and maybe use the 70 Torino kit. I haven't tried that. I've heard some people say that works really good to actually, make the Cyclone. I've seen a few builds online that look great, but I'm going about it a different way. I'm using some 3D printed parts, and well, when I get to the build, you guys will be the first to know. Well, so this week, I don't know that we're going to do a Kit Hoarder Stash. We may do a Adventures in 40K. I may still have something in the stash we could look at, and if nothing else, maybe we'll look at one of the resin kits, 3D printed resin kits that are out there, because I know a lot of guys don't know that they actually make kits, complete kits in 3D printed. So maybe we'll look at one of those. But for the main show, yes, we're having a main show tomorrow, and we're going to look at engines. We're going to look at some of the options as to what I was going to do with the Torino and what I've wound up doing with the Torino as far as the engine, and hopefully that you guys will like that. We're closing in on getting that Torino done. Once the engine is completely in, I got the trim to paint on it and windows to put in, and it'll be finished. So looking forward to that, because it's a neat looking car. It really is. So this week, a lot of 3D printing, and the weather has been amazing. We were in the 50s most of the week during the day, making it not too terribly cold in the doghouse in the mornings. So I've been getting out, doing a little bit of work on some painting that I needed to catch up on. Did get a bunch of bodies done one day that we're going to have some shows coming up about those, and how I did some of the colors. So it was very productive for me. I felt really good about the stuff that got turned out this week. There was a conversation that came up with Pete from Pete's Model Car Customs about the 351 Windsor. So looking at some of the Fords, now this doesn't affect you guys in the Mopar realm or the GM realm, but when it comes to the Fords, which I have a ton of, Pete was asking if there's a good 351 Windsor engine. So in the context, the 71 Cyclone or what's the base? The Montego 351 Windsor would have been appropriate. Even the 74 Torino or 75 Torino, whichever one you want to use, 351 Windsor was one of the engine options. And the 69 Cougar that's out there, honestly, the 351 Windsor was the most common engine. 69 Fastbacks, Mustang Fastbacks had them. I mean, Torinos, all sorts of things. Fairlanes, lots of stuff from about 69 to 74-ish. I'd say were very prevalent with the 351 Windsor engine. And the 351 Windsor, believe it or not, looks a whole lot like a small block 302, 289 302, except the galley, how I would always tell was the galley. The intake manifold was wider by a few inches. And so you'd see these heads and these valve covers and go, well, wait a minute, that's a 302. And back in the day, one of the common swaps among the people that I ran with was to take a 351 Windsor head and put it into a 302 engine. Now, it did require some different head bolts, and there was a couple of other things I can't remember, but they weren't super major. And I remember several of the guys that I ran with did that. It was something that I had always wanted to do, but just never did. Anyway, so a 302 and a 351 look very, very similar at first glance, other than, like I said, the 351's got the wider intake manifold, and there's some other differences, but that's the quickest way that I could tell. So Pete wanted to know if there's a good 351 Windsor engine out there. Not really. I did get looking at that Starsky and Hutch car, and it looks like that might be a 351 Windsor in there. It's got 2 4-barrels on it, and looking at the heads and intake and exhaust and all that stuff, I'm like, I think this is a 351. So that's probably the only 351 that I know of that's worth a darn. Definitely the one that's in that new Cougar kit. Oh my gosh. That thing's hideous. Although it does come with the optional Boss 302, and that is that's a very nice engine. Very nice, nicely tooled. I can't remember when they came out with that one in the kit. Sometime, I think in the 90s, they retooled and put the Boss 302 in there. And yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little engine with a top loader behind it. So, wanting to find a 351, I decided to go with a big block for the Starsky and Hutch car. So I needed a 429 460. Okay. Well, found one of those, an STL file, went ahead and printed it, and it looks great. I've got a Torino wagon coming up. The Torino wagon is going to be, I think I'm going to put the 429 in the 72 Torino, and I think for the 74 Torino wagon, I'm going to go with the 460. At least that's kind of the plan right now. But found a nice C6 transmission too, and they're nice. Holy cow, better than anything I found in any kit. So we'll show you those on the show tomorrow. But trying to find a good 351 Windsor, yikes. And again, if you're doing stuff from the early 70s in the Fords, it was a very common engine. The 429, 460, yeah, you could get it in a 429, you could get in a 72 Torino. It just wasn't the most common engine. You could get a 302, a 351, you could get a 429, well, yeah. And let's not confuse the Cleveland with the Windsor. Cleveland had completely different heads, has a much different look to it. I mean, honestly, it looks more like a Boss 302 than it does a regular 302, you know. It's 351 Cleveland, and the 400, well, you know, 400 is a modified Cleveland, so again, they look very, very similar. My experience with the 400 was it was always a boat anchor, but it was always in a boat, so that's probably why. And the 351 Cleveland, wow, that's a heck of a nice engine. And 71, 72, or was it 71? Anyway, whatever year it came out, but 72, 73 Mustangs and Cougars for sure, that would be an awesome engine for it. So, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Like I say, weather's good. We're going to try and get something good for you guys tomorrow. So have the rest of a great weekend, and I'm going to finish throwing ball to the dog, and, well, we'll see you tomorrow.